Hey VC, Wes here, checking in again. I got another Vinyl Survivor video here for you. 5 records as usual lately, and 4 new additions to the collection, and 1 that didn't make it. So let's just go ahead and get into this. I hope everyone's doing well. First thing we got here, this is the one that is not going to be going into the collection. This is Loverboy's Get Lucky from 1981. It's their second album. Has the big hit Everybody's Working for the Weekend. And yeah, for the most part, I've just decided that there's not enough reason for me to keep this. You know, I like Everybody's Working for the Weekend, but overall I'm just sort of blah on this in general. It was a fun listen. I'm glad I picked it up. This was a thrift store kind of thing, you know, not hard to find, 50 cents or so probably. I don't even remember where I bought this. But yeah, that's not gonna make it. Talk about it here. There's Columbia, Sterling in the dead wax. It does say Don Fox Rocks. There's an interesting dead wax there. And it's 1H and 1J plates, so pretty early pressing of this. I think Columbia, how they did their plates was they went A through L, and then they did double digit numbering, so it would be 1A through 1L would be the first batch, except they would skip I. And then they would go back and do 1AA, 1AB, 1AC, and just keep going, and that's how the plates worked on Columbia pressings. So, you know, 1H and 1J are from the first batch of plates. Okay, the second album we have here, and the first one going into the collection, a new addition here, we have Little Feat, Waiting for Columbus. Very, very popular album among people in the VC, I'm sure record collectors in general. I didn't really know what to expect from this album at all. I certainly didn't expect what I heard based on the cover. You know, this is Little Feat are sort of a swamp rock, southern rock, blues rock sort of group, and looking at the cover of this, I would have never guessed that. Thought more like a prog kind of thing, but anyway, it was a very fun listen. This is really well recorded live album. Sounds really good, and it's just fun, really long jams on here. Cool stuff. This one has a lot of ring wear, as is typical with this album. I actually have 2 copies of this, and they both have some ring wear issues, but the vinyl is really good on these. I was actually very pleased with how clean and noise free these were, because this was a Goodwill find for me on the horrible Palm Tree Warner Brothers label. And in the dead wax we have TML-M, which is what Dr. Deadwax says is the pressing you want of this, or the mastering, I guess. One just has NY-1. I don't know exactly. It's New York, obviously, but and it does have. And I am seeing one of these in the dead wax on side 2 here. So that's a Gloversville, New York MCA pressing plant. So this is probably pressed there in New York. So yeah, that's Little Feat's Waiting for Columbus. Not at all what I expected, but a really cool listen. Sounds amazing. One of the best live recordings I've ever heard, really. And yeah, not what I expected, but I enjoyed it, so that was pretty good. Next up, another new addition to the collection. We have Yes, Close to the Edge from 1972. This is Yes's 5th studio album, the last one to feature Bill Bruford before he went over to being King Crimson. So, but yeah, this is a prog rock masterpiece, I guess you could say. Really cool stuff. You know, he's got typical Rick Wakeman noodling on the organ, and yeah, just 3 really long prog rock tracks on here. The first one takes up all of side 1, and the second side has 2 10-minute tracks. Just great stuff. A little bit of a sort of a Middle Eastern Indian sort of influence here, close to the edge. And this copy does, I should have noticed this when I bought it. I was just looking at the cover, there's no ring wear, nice clean cover, and yeah, this edge is sort of damaged, so I'm going to have to find an upgrade to that. This is going in the collection, but for now, it's good. Pretty interior artwork there. I'm sure that's Roger Dean. Yeah, it's Roger Dean. And the vinyl here. We do have an insert with lyrics on it. And I don't know if there was any kind of booklet or anything that went with this, but I don't have this. I pulled this out of a dollar bin at the neighborhood yard sale here just this past October, was it? Yeah, I think it was in October. Red and green Atlantic label. And in the dead wax PR, so Presswell maybe made the plates, and PR on the end of the catalog number on the label, so I'm guessing this was actually pressed at Presswell. And we get AT/GP, and so that's the mastering. I don't know who GP is. I haven't. I know DK is Dennis King, and it looks to me like these are A and B stampers on this, so I'm thinking this might be a first press. But all in all, yes, close to the edge. Great prog rock album. Definitely pick this up, and with just about anything, yes, it's going to be good. So, yeah. Good one. Okay, next up, another new addition to the collection. We have Duran Duran, 7 and the Ragged Tiger, from 1983. This is their 3rd studio album, and the last studio album of the original lineup until they got back together in 2004. Huge hit record. This one's pretty easy to find. I think this was from the library sale. I don't remember exactly how much I paid for it. 75 cents or $1, I would imagine. This has The Reflex, New Moon on Monday, and The Union of the Snake. And for the most part, I feel that those are the best tracks on here. I didn't really have any sort of new discoveries on here. Majority of my knowledge about Duran Duran are the hits, and that's, those are the hits on here. But a really clean copy of this. It was actually in a sleeve when I bought it, so it was well taken care of. Very nice copy. Cool insert here. Some lyrics. You get custom labels. Very cool. This is by Capitol. Got mastered by Capitol in the dead wax. This is as a Wally in the dead wax, so Dr. Deadwax's favorite mastering engineer there. We do have the gun in the dead wax. I don't think I have a drawing, but a triangle with a line coming out of it, so that was pressed at the Winchester pressing plant. Got F4 number 2 and F4 number 2, so I guess that's the plate number on this. So we have Duran Duran, 7 and the Ragged Tiger. Pretty much a must-have if you're into Duran Duran. I mean, I love these songs, and cool album. So definitely get this. Pretty easy to find. And the last album of the day, also from 1983, we have Madonna's self-titled debut. What's more to be said about this? This is great debut album, and is from an artist that's still going strong today. Definitely represents the 80s quite well. We got the Lucky Star, Borderline, um, Holiday, and there was actually a deep track on here that I think is one of the best tracks on the album. I'm kind of wondering why it didn't go anywhere. It's the track I Know It, the last track on side A. Great song. It's a little bit darker maybe. It's a little less poppy. It's kind of edgy. I really like that song. I Know It a lot. So very cool Madonna song. Definitely check that song out if you get the chance. The original insert there, very young Madonna. And lyrics. I don't know if there is anything interesting on the dead wax of this or not, but it is on Sire Records. A lot of numbers and letters, but I don't really know much about Sire Records dead wax, so nothing I can say about this, but this is a nice clean copy. Sounds good. So yeah, that was a new Vinyl Survivor video. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave me some comments down below if you have any thoughts or information on any of these albums. And 4 going back there, 1 going away. And thank you for watching, and we'll see you again real soon. Cheers.